What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I'm trying to get this up as quick as I can, but my goodness, I can't believe it. I really can't. I mean, I can, but I can't. Here's the thing. If you want to sit here and say, "Oh my God, this guy's content is so negative," listen, there's gonna be some positive things brought up here, okay? But it's amazing to me that there are Muppets in our community that want to sit here and talk to you about what EA talks to them about. They want to tell you how this game is improving because I guess they think you're too stupid. That's the only thing I can think is they think you're too stupid to look at gameplay yourself. Or they think that if they can tell themselves the game is going to get better, well, then anything else is just being negative. I want you to start here. We're going to start looking at this pocket, okay? This is a pocket that is a triangle. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that every single pocket has to form perfectly, has to form organically, beautifully. But what I'm saying is it's very difficult to read this pocket as it forms because you literally have no idea what's going on. This is not how a pocket forms in actual football. But that is the least of the worries. We're going to start here. We're going to take a look at this play. Okay, and there's a couple things I want to focus on. If you've played EA Sports, and if you're honest with yourself, you're going to see some real problems with this gameplay. We're going to start by looking right here. Pocket, not too bad. But I want you to look at the user control. Just watch, if you will, how this user runs in the zone, right? But look at how the AI does it. This is the linebacker. I want you to watch him, the duration of this play. I want you to ask yourself, is he statically playing in his zone? Is he standing still? Not only that, it's not just the linebacker. Also going to be the corner on the far right side of your screen. He's going to be doing the very same thing. What triggers the change is when the quarterback is going to run past line of scrimmage. Then they react. We've asked EA to get this out of the game for years. This you can't make up. This is EA trying to sell you the substitutions. Look at how this is going to change the game. Look at how great this is. We've made improvements. But as I said, the improvements do not matter if the gameplay does not improve. Adding plays does not matter if this still happens. And we're going to take a look at this. You can add 1,000 run plays. Until you fix this, it does not matter. I'm going to take a look at this stadium noise, so everyone can say that's what caused this problem. Because I'm sure that's what the Muppets will say. You don't understand. It's the stadium noise. It's the meters at max. That's why this happens. We're going to take a look at this lineman. We are going to call the lineman Clint. Clint's only job is to pull and hit the gap as hard as he can to clear it out. The problem is there's no one for Clint to go block. So what does Clint do? Well, Clint decides this would be a great time to just stop in the middle of the gap. Okay? And what happens? Of course, the halfback runs directly into him. If you have not had this happen to you playing an EA Sports football game, you're not being honest. And guess what? There's one player to beat. This could be a huge run, but it's not. Why? Because you run into your own player. This is what happens, Muppets, when you sit there and you say, look at all these plays. Oh my God, they're doing so much. Okay? Going to take a look at this play here. Again, the pocket, a little bit clumpy. Don't have a problem with it, right? You have one defender, break free, pressure the quarterback, have to scramble out. Not so much of a problem. But again, right, we go back to the very first play I broke down. These receivers are clearing zones, okay? These defenders are no longer able to cover those receivers. There's too much depth. What are they going to do? How are they going to react? They're going to stand still. We have asked EA Sports to stop doing this. Now, I would also argue that once they start moving, the quarterback doesn't get tackled here. Maybe a more agile quarterback could have turned upfield. Zone coverage is still broken. I just proved it to you. 2 plays. Go back. Rewind this entire video. There is literally minutes of gameplay here. This is not cherry-picking plays from the first quarter, the second quarter, the fourth quarter, and saying, oh my God, they're broken. This is literally plays from the first handful of minutes. I didn't even watch the whole thing because, I'm going to make more content. I don't have to worry about it. The fact that there is a football coach sitting there watching this happen, probably in awe of how bad this gameplay is, probably asking himself, who programs this garbage? When you can't program a zone defense to do anything else but stand still and stop, when you can't program a lineman to pull, hit the gap, but if there's no defenders, do something other than stop, I don't know what to tell you. Stopping during a play is a great way to get cut. you don't see players stopping a lot. Okay, when you do, a lot of times it's kind of a big deal. Even before someone stops, think about it. Before someone stops, they have to kind of slow their pace. They have to jog. They have to slow actively. Think about all the times you've heard about players giving up on plays. You can go watch, and this is not exclusive to football, right? Just any sport. You can go watch right now compilations of baseball players that have the ball go past them, misjudge the ball, misread the ball, and then jog back. Zero hustle. Why you guys think that the EA Sports college team can somehow iron out these issues that the EA Sports Madden team have not been able to iron out in years, I will never understand, right? There are broken gameplay mechanics in Madden that have been there for a decade, okay? We are now seeing them start in college football. Why some of you feel that the college football team is going to be able to fix them, you're going to have to explain to me, because that doesn't make any sense. Again, I don't often use analogies, but I'm going to use one. It would be as if you're saying, well, this car from the actual manufacturer has an issue. Every one of them has an issue, but the dealership has found a way to fix it. I'm not talking about a recall, because I'm sure that's where some of the Muppets will go. The reality is, if instead of focusing on, and I put a video up in my community section, instead of focusing on trying to tell you, trying to trademark little things, hit stick, hit everything. Instead of doing that, if they had worked to make the game better, then we would see not only these issues removed from Madden, but not even present in college football. The fact that you now have this team, which remember, NCAA was postponed a year. So this is their really second year. The fact that they're going on a second year release and they can't get some of these issues ironed out with the assistance of the EA Sports Madden team tells me these are deeply, deeply coded problems. These are ingrained in the fundamental aspects of this game to the point they cannot come out. And if you go back, check people's track record, because it's far than just me that's not a Muppet. We were begging EA Sports, before you put in superstar abilities, before you put in player traits, before you do any of these things that are going to help players be unique, make sure players are doing the right things first. And here we are. We're talking about pocket formation, we're talking about defender movement, and we're talking about player AI. And across the line, I've shown you with just a handful of minutes of gameplay, every single one is broken. And my last point, because I know this is where people love to go, this game does not have human error coded in. Stop telling me that in the 1984 USFL game, the New Jersey Generals had this happen. Stop telling me that in 2006, the Philadelphia Soul played the Nashville Cats and this happened. You do not have player error, player memory built in this game. That is why, if you go in the game right now and you run an inside run, an inside run, an inside run, an inside run, and then play action, you're not going to get a different reaction from the defenders the same way you would if you would run, say, maybe a play action, a play action, a play action, or a pass, a play action, because we've been told from EA Sports, this is simply not in the game. If you are thinking these things to make you feel like that's a problem in the game, then you are doing that on your own. You are literally creating a mental excuse for why the game is so bad to justify that you're playing an awful product. Not all of us are going to do that. Don't expect others to do that. That is ridiculous. To fabricate reasons in your mind as to why the game is broken to excuse away a company that should be fixing it from fixing it. If that's the case, every game you ever play is going to be perfect. With that said, there's a lot more gameplay, so there is no way that I'm not going to sit here and tell you after looking at 3 plays and being able to pick out major flaws, not little nitpicks, not, oh my God, this guy's so negative, actual broken gameplay. Show me a lineman that can't pull into a gap, stops the running back from actually moving upfield, and then we'll talk about it. Until then, there is no way that I cannot be back in the week with more commentary.